like the job that you're in, but you have more flexibility to be with your family, maybe then you need to reevaluate and think, I can handle this job that I don't really care for all that much because it gives me the time with my family that I care about way more. And so making sure that when you're looking at what you need, that getting that job does not stop this. This does not end with getting a job. That's just a jumping off point, because we as beings are constantly evolving. We're constantly changing. And that includes your responsibility to yourself to check in, to make sure that you are getting everything that you need. And like we were talking about with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, are you getting something from all those boxes? Are you climbing that ladder? Are you constantly trying to attain the things you want to attain, whether that be stability financially, or more closeness with others, or closeness with your spouse, or whatever that looks like, right? Are you attaining those things? And if you're not, where's the block? And how do you need to get rid of that?
Got it. Wow. Again, and great things that I didn't pick up on. Again, that continuation, if you will, throughout life, when life is good, when times are good, maybe self-care is almost just as important, or if not, maybe even more.
And, and I think about this a lot in my work, because working in trauma, especially working in sexual trauma, which is what I do, I love the work that I do and the breakthroughs that people are making. But I noticed, I went on vacation a few weeks back, and and everyone was like, oh my gosh, don't leave, COVID. And it wasn't about going and being a tourist somewhere. It wasn't about going and doing things out. That wasn't what it was about. It was about, I needed to change my scenery, because I knew that as much as I love what I do, I needed a break. And I love my job. My job is my passion. I'm very excited about it every single day. There's never been a day where I didn't want to show up. But the thing is that I needed a week where I just wasn't a therapist. I was just Christine. Like, Christine is going on vacation. She is not going to and it's so funny, because it was my husband and I and another couple, and we literally just rented a condo, and we ordered DoorDash and played board games and stuff. Like, we didn't even go out and really do anything. But the whole point was that we changed our scenery. I got back in touch with myself. I wrote a whole bunch of my dissertation while I was down there, which I didn't even plan on doing. And so it was just about checking in with myself. And I was like, wow, I am exhausted, and I'm sick of looking at the same four walls every day.
Sure.
And I need to get out. And so that might, for other people who maybe they can't take a vacation, what is something different that you can do that day or that week, or just so that you're changing things up, that, because I needed to check in with myself. I needed a break. I needed to just be Christine and focus on me and not be a therapist.
Got it. And I'm glad you guys had such a great time, because you described that, just a change of scenery, and that you went and we ordered in, and we played board games and fun stuff like that. That, as much as, eating out can cost a lot of money and things like that, sometimes you just have to order a pizza.
and one last thought I think that is so crucial is one of my favorite quotes of all time. And it's so I think fundamental, but we so often pass over the fundamental stuff, is the one by Einstein where he says, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life believing that it is stupid. That is,
I've actually not heard that one.
Really? Okay.
No, that's a new one to me. I know he said a lot of great things.
So I'll say it again. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life believing that it is stupid. And in the context of what we're talking about, if you automatically say, okay, here's my bar, here's what I need to be, is that really what you need to be? Is that really who you are? You need to figure out who the heck you are. Take the time to figure out what you are. I, at one point in my life, wanted to be a lawyer until I realized that a lot of being a lawyer is paperwork, and I am not good with paperwork. I am not going, I could have done that job. Yes, I could have taken the classes, I could have gotten the degrees, I could have been a lawyer, but I would have been horrible at it. And it wasn't for me. That's not my role. I would have been the fish trying to climb a tree, and I would have thought that I was stupid all the time, because that's not who I am. I need to be with people. I need to talk to people. And it took a class that I was in to kind of show me that. But that's a starting off, a jumping off point to really think about, where are you going to go from here, especially if you're job hunting. Who the heck are you? Who are you? What do you want? Who do you want to become? What is going to make you happy? Those are the kinds of things we need to think about when we're looking at jobs. And I mean, I know that obviously there are some things you have to do, but long term, when you look back on your life, are you going to be thinking of all the things that you could have done? Or are you going to be like, wow, I was happy?
Yeah.
I'd rather be the latter myself. I
would as well. And there's a great quote that I think we'll close out on that from a guy who's kind of a guru of mine. His name's Gary Vaynerchuk. And he always says, do the thing you'll regret least when you're 90 and it's all over. Mm-hmm. So again, exactly echoing what you said, looking back and saying, yeah, I made the right call there. I made the right call there. And I'm happy and satisfied with what it is, because I can't do it anymore. I can't get to where I need to be, because it's game over. It's, we're down to the last 30 seconds of football here, but hey, it's all good. That's awesome, my friend. Self-care. Oops, say again.
That's the ultimate self-care.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't mean to talk over you there. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you so much, Christine. This has been just that, like, I feel like I'm even more enlightened than last episode with you, which is just great. So, if I believe I asked you last time that, we'd love to have you back again. You're my first 2-time guest, and I think we probably have to meander back into the psychology realm before we do have you back, because I've got like 8 weeks worth of stuff planned out here, and it's just like,
that's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's just a busy thing. Like, this is the 3rd episode I've recorded in the past 24 hours. So we're producing a lot of content for people here to help them out. So we will hear from you again in the future. And again, you've been such a great proponent of this program. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart and from all our listeners as well. Before we wrap things up, it's time for your plugs. I know you gave a few of them last time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everybody out there, if you have questions, if you want resources, reach out to me, cberry, CBERRY @zcenter.org. I am more than happy to answer any questions you might have about self-care, about other psychologically related things. Absolutely reach out to me. And if you're feeling like you're in a place where your creativity is stifled or you are stifled, reach out to somebody. If it's not me, somebody else. If it's not a therapist, somebody else. So just reach out.
Got it. Well, that's absolutely great. So we're going to wrap things for today, folks. Again, thank you all for tuning in to Recruiting Hell. Of course, if your questions do not pertain to psychology, you can email the show. In this case, that's why we have experts on here. You can always contact us at therecruitinghellpodcast@gmail.com. And as I've been mentioning, here in this episode, and as I will mention over the next couple of them, I apologize to everybody right now, because the social media section here at the end, it's gotten a little bit overblown, and that's only because we've had so much success with the show because of you, our listeners, and of course our wonderful guests like you, Christine. You can obviously follow us on Twitter at recruiting_hell, Instagram, recruiting_hell_podcast. We've got our Facebook fan page. And over the next few weeks here for episodes 13, which is this one, 14 and 15, you're going to see a lot more stuff come online now. These have been starting to be loaded onto YouTube. And of course, we actually bought our brand new website, recruitinghell.co. As this is being recorded, I'm building it, so it's not quite ready yet by the time you listen to this. It may be, though, in this case. So I'm very, very excited about that. And of course, you can always catch our content on LinkedIn, which is kind of our primary fishing grounds, if you will, to find new folks who need to have a little help with their job hunt. So I do apologize to you a little bit for that laundry list. But again, as these weeks progress, we're going to squish things down, especially once that website gets put together and launched. So if you haven't subscribed, followed, or shared the show pretty much anywhere now, I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, there are millions of Americans out there who could really benefit from learning more about how to power up their job hunt. They are likely your friends and neighbors, so let's get them helped out. Recruiting Hell is a production of Westport Studios in beautiful Port Washington, Wisconsin, and a resident show of Podcast Town. If you're looking for more great shows, check out recruitinghell.co once I get that set up, and you'll find a list of our other great content creators who I have made friends with and that helped make this show possible. Last but not least, a big thank you to Purple Planet Music for our theme, and of course, you, the listener, for tuning in. Again, I'm Rob Conlon, and until we meet again, keep moving forward with your job hunt. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and Recruiting Hell will be here to help you keep pace.